Welcome to the Pariksha Academy. Today's topic is Western and Eastern Ghats. Western and Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats are major highland systems forming the western and eastern margins of peninsular India. Although both are associated with the boundaries of the Deccan Plateau, they differ considerably in elevation, continuity, slope, rainfall and drainage characteristics. The Western Ghats are also known as the Sahyadris. They extend roughly parallel to the western coast from near the Tapi Valley in the north to the Kanyakumari region in the south. The Western Ghats extend for about 1,600 kilometers through the mountainous regions of Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Western Ghats are not young fold mountains. Their present form is primarily associated with the uplift and faulting of the western margin of the peninsular plateau followed by prolonged erosion. The western slope of the Western Ghats is generally steep, while the eastern slope is comparatively gentle. This asymmetry is associated with the general eastward tilt of much of the peninsular plateau. The Western Ghats are relatively lower in their northern section and generally attain greater elevations towards the south. In Maharashtra, the Western Ghats are prominently developed as the Sahyadris. The basaltic structure of the Deccan Traps produces characteristic step-like topography in many areas. Kalsubai, about 1,646 meters high, is the highest peak of Maharashtra and an important summit of the northern Western Ghats. South of Goa, the Western Ghats generally become higher and more densely forested. In Karnataka, the Western Ghats are closely associated with the Sahyadri and Malnad highlands. Their western slopes receive exceptionally heavy rainfall. The Kudremukh and Baba Budan hills are important highland areas associated with the Western Ghats of Karnataka. The Nilgiri Hills form an important highland near the geographical meeting zone of the Western and Eastern Ghats. They extend around the junction of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka. Dodabetta, approximately 2,637 meters high, is the highest peak of the Nilgiri Hills. South of the Nilgiris lies the Palghat Gap, one of the most important natural gaps in the Western Ghats. It provides a major natural corridor between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Palghat Gap is important for transportation, movement of air masses and regional climatic interactions. It forms a conspicuous low passage through the otherwise elevated Western Ghats. The Annamalai Hills lie south of the Palghat Gap and form one of the highest and most biodiversity-rich sections of the southern Western Ghats. Anamudi, approximately 2,695 meters high, is the highest peak of the Western Ghats in peninsular India. It is located in Kerala in the southern Western Ghats. The Cardamom Hills extend south of the Annamalai region. Their elevation, humid climate and spice cultivation give them considerable economic importance. The Western Ghats form an effective orographic barrier to the moisture-laden southwest monsoon winds arriving from the Arabian Sea. As these winds rise along the western slopes, they produce heavy orographic rainfall. Consequently, the windward slopes of the Western Ghats are among the high rainfall regions of India. A rain shadow develops east of the Western Ghats. Therefore, interior parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu generally receive less rainfall than the western coastal slopes. The Western Ghats form one of the most important watersheds of peninsular India. The source regions of several major rivers are located in or near these highlands. Major east-flowing rivers such as the Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri originate in the Western Ghats or associated uplands and flow across the peninsular plateau towards the Bay of Bengal. Rivers descending directly down the western slopes are generally short and swift because the distance between the watershed and the Arabian Sea is relatively small. Rivers such as the Sharavati and Periyar are important components of the water resources and hydroelectric geography of the Western Ghats. Steep gradients and abundant rainfall create favorable conditions for waterfalls and hydroelectric power generation along several Western Ghats rivers. The Western Ghats form part of one of the world's major biodiversity hotspots. High rainfall, altitudinal variation and long geographical isolation have produced exceptionally rich biodiversity and high levels of endemism. Evergreen, semi-evergreen, moist deciduous and montane vegetation occur in different parts of the Western Ghats according to elevation and rainfall. Tea, coffee, rubber, cardamom and other plantation and spice crops are cultivated in suitable highland and humid regions of the Western Ghats. Deforestation, mining, dams, road construction, tourism and settlement expansion have placed considerable ecological pressure on several environmentally sensitive areas of the Western Ghats. The Eastern Ghats form an ancient and highly eroded hill system along the eastern margin of peninsular India. They extend broadly from Odisha through Andhra Pradesh towards Tamil Nadu as a series of discontinuous mountain blocks and hills. Unlike the Western Ghats, the Eastern Ghats do not form a continuous mountain wall. Major rivers such as the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri cut through them, creating their highly discontinuous character. The average elevation of the Eastern Ghats is generally lower than that of the Western Ghats, although some local mountain sections attain considerable heights. Geologically, the Eastern Ghats are extremely ancient. Chanokites, Khondalites, gneisses and other metamorphic and crystalline rocks are widespread in the region. Mahendragiri in Orissa is one of the important peaks in highland areas associated with the Eastern Ghats. The Nallamala Hills form an important section of the Eastern Ghats in Andhra Pradesh. They extend as a long highland system south of the Krishna River region. The Nallamala region is important for forests and biodiversity, while the deeply incised Krishna River valley significantly influences its landscape. The Palakonda and Velikonda hills are other important hill ranges associated with the Eastern Ghats of Andhra Pradesh. The Javdi and Shevaroy hills of Tamil Nadu are important components of the southern extensions of the Eastern Ghats. There has historically been some variation in identifying the highest point of the Eastern Ghats because of differences in geographical classification. Jindagada Peak, associated with the Armakonda region of Andhra Pradesh, rises to about 1,690 meters and is widely recognized as the highest peak of the Eastern Ghats. The Eastern Ghats do not form an orographic barrier comparable to the Western Ghats because of their lower elevation and discontinuous nature. Their influence on rainfall is therefore more limited and localized. Some parts of the Eastern Ghats in Tamil Nadu are significantly influenced by rainfall associated with the northeast monsoon. Several major rivers flow from the peninsular plateau across the Eastern Ghats towards the Bay of Bengal. Their passage through the hills has produced important transverse river valleys. The Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri cutting across the Eastern Ghats is the most important reason for the discontinuous nature of this mountain system. Bauxite, iron ore and several other mineral resources occur in parts of the Eastern Ghats, supporting mining activities in some regions. The Eastern Ghats support diverse forest ecosystems ranging from relatively dry to moist deciduous forests depending upon elevation and rainfall. Many tribal communities inhabit the Eastern Ghats. Forests, mountain slopes and local water resources have traditionally influenced their settlement and livelihood patterns. The most striking difference between the Western and Eastern Ghats is their continuity. The Western Ghats form a relatively continuous escarpment, whereas the Eastern Ghats are highly discontinuous because major rivers cut through them. The Western Ghats are generally higher than the Eastern Ghats. Elevations exceed 2,000 meters in several southern sections, particularly around the Nilgiri and Annamalai highlands. The western slopes of the Western Ghats are steep and lie close to the Arabian Sea, whereas a relatively broad coastal plain generally separates the Eastern Ghats from the Bay of Bengal. The Western Ghats act as a strong barrier to the southwest monsoon and produce pronounced orographic rainfall, while the Eastern Ghats exert a comparatively weaker influence because of their lower and discontinuous relief. The Western Ghats form the principal watershed and source region for several major peninsular rivers, whereas many major rivers cut through the Eastern Ghats on their way towards the Bay of Bengal. The Western Ghats have a greater concentration of evergreen forests, endemic species and biodiversity, while the Eastern Ghats generally possess a more fragmented landscape dominated by dry to moist deciduous vegetation. The Nilgiri region represents an important geographical zone of interaction between the Western and Eastern Ghats. South of this region, the Western Ghats continue through the Annamalai and Cardamom Hills. Together, the Western and Eastern Ghats strongly influence the drainage pattern of peninsular India. The general eastward slope of the plateau explains why most major peninsular rivers ultimately drain into the Bay of Bengal. For examination purposes, the Western Ghats should be associated with the Sahyadris, greater elevation and continuity, steep western slope, orographic rainfall, rain shadow effect, Anamudi, Palghat Gap and the source regions of major peninsular rivers. The Eastern Ghats should be associated with their ancient and discontinuous character, interruption by the Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, and important hill systems such as Mahendragiri, Nallamala, Palakonda, Velikonda, Jagdi and Shevaroy. For map-based study, the Sahyadris, Nilgiris, Palghat Gap, Annamalai Hills and Anamudi should be identified with the Western Ghats, while Mahendragiri, Nallamala, Palakonda, Velikonda, Jagdi and Shevaroy Hills should be located in relation to the Eastern Ghats. Thank you very much for joining us. For more useful study material, please like and share this video, and subscribe to the Pariksha Academy channel.